2024 wrapped. Let's start with cleansers. Before we get into it, I'm gonna have a separate video for separate categories. It's not only gonna be new releases, a lot of them are gonna be products that were in my 2023 wrapped videos. These are just products that I love. You know I'm not doing a video about my favorite cleansers and not including the Skinfix Foaming Oil Cleanser. Hydrating, foaming, gentle, fragrance-free, non-stripping. I can literally use this every single day for the rest of my life and my skin would be so happy. Also, if you want more in-depth information on any of these products, chances are I already have a video or many videos where I'm talking about all of these products already on my page. Cerave Foaming Oil Cleanser. I've said this in so many videos. These are called oil cleansers, but these are not a cleansing oil to remove makeup. These would be a second cleanse if you're double cleansing. This one has been one of my favorites since last year. I'm pretty sure I included it in last year's video. This one is also foaming. I find this one's not as hydrating as the Skinfix Foaming Oil Cleanser, but I choose my cleanser based on my mood, based on how my skin is feeling, based on what I think my skin needs. Sometimes it needs this. I do find this one does a slightly better job at removing residual makeup than this one, but I honestly don't wear makeup that often, so it really just depends. Youth to the People Superfood Cleanser. I know a lot of people find this one to be a little bit too strong. They find it stripping on their skin or drying. My skin really likes it. I do have oily, dehydrated skin, and sometimes I just want something that does leave my skin feeling super clean, and this one fits the bill. It does have fragrance. I enjoy the fragrance that it has. My skin can sometimes be sensitive to fragrance and products, but I don't use this every single day. I have never used it every single day. This is something that I just use once in a while when I want something a little bit stronger, so the fragrance in it doesn't irritate my skin. I'm also generally okay with fragrance in cleansers because it is a wash-off product. If there's fragrance in products that I leave on my skin, that's where it can get a little bit tricky, but this one, perfectly fine. I love it. It's so refreshing. I love the scent of this in the morning. It kind of helps wake me up. It's refreshing, invigorating. I just love this one. I've honestly gone through so many bottles of this and I like that they sell refills. This is a new cleanser I've started using. It's the Dieux Baptism Gentle Foaming Facial Gel Cleanser. This is the fragrance version. They also have a fragrance-free version. I honestly grabbed the fragrance one by accident. Whenever there's an option, I will choose the fragrance-free version. But that being said, the fragrance hasn't irritated me and it's actually a really pleasant smell. This one is non-stripping. It's not as hydrating as the Skinfix Foaming Oil Cleanser. This one honestly is the most hydrating cleanser that I have. I would honestly say the Dieux cleanser is somewhere between this one and this one, somewhere in the middle there. I find it to be really gentle. It's non-irritating, non-stripping. This one also does a really good job at removing any residual makeup. Whenever I wear makeup, I always use a first cleanse, whether it's an oil cleanser, micellar water, cleansing balm, never makeup wipes, but I always use a first cleanse and then I go in with a second cleanse. This one does a good job at removing anything that I left behind. Speaking of first cleanse, the Anua Heartleaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil. I have gone through so many bottles of this. I think this year I went through, this is my third one. This one removes my makeup so quickly, so effortlessly. It doesn't burn my eyes. I haven't had a bad reaction to it. I've heard some people saying that they have a bad reaction to Anua Heartleaf products, so if you're one of those people, I wouldn't bet on this working for you. But if you have tried the rest of the Anua products and you like them, this is one of the best cleansing oils. It does have a fragrance to it, which I wish it didn't. Whenever something has a fragrance, I always say I wish it didn't, but that doesn't make it a bad product. This still works really, really well for me. This has been the one I have reached for the most up until recently. The Pre-Gleanse Cleansing Oil. In terms of texture, this is honestly very similar to the Anua. You can see the liquidiness in the bottles. This one also removes my makeup super quickly, super effortlessly, doesn't burn my eyes, hasn't caused an irritation. And the good thing about this one is that it's fragrance-free. Again, whenever I have the option, I'm gonna choose the fragrance-free version because fragrance over time can become sensitizing and irritating to your skin. I also really like that this one doesn't dry up while you're using it. I find some cleansing oils feel like they dry up on your skin while you're rubbing them in and you have to add more. This one stayed oily until I rinsed it off. It also rinses off really easily. Another cleansing oil I really like is the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil. This one is a little bit thicker compared to the Prequel and the Anua, but sometimes I like that texture. I don't mind it. Sometimes I actually like that texture. It just depends on my mood and how my skin is feeling. Usually when it's like super, super cold and I feel like my skin just needs a little bit of extra like TLC and time to like work it into my skin, I'll reach for this. It breaks down my makeup super quickly, effortlessly, doesn't burn my skin, doesn't burn my eyes, rinses off really easily. I think this comes in a scented version also, but this one is unscented because because. Now, if I'm not using a cleansing oil, I have been liking the Manyo Pure Cleansing Water Sensitive. This is a micellar water, and out of all micellar waters I've tried, this one feels like it just melts my makeup off. Doesn't burn my eyes, leaves my skin feeling really clean and fresh. It's honestly pretty effortless to use, and I use this on days where I just want something quick and I don't want to sit there rubbing something into my skin. So this one has been something I have reached for a lot. These are my favorite cleansers of 2024. If any of these are on your favorites list, let me know. Or if you have some that you think I should try, let me know, because they might be on my list for 2025.